Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Beth Mullins and I'm a Senior Simulation Specialist here at Treble. I'm going to take a few minutes to walk you through some of our newest features, which can broadly be described as quality of life features. These are improvements to the workflow that have been requested to us by our customers. So to kick things off, let's go ahead and come into this auditorium model to look at a few of our new results viewing features. So this auditorium, as you can see, is a couple hundred seats large, and it has a number of acoustic reflecting surfaces designed to help with speech intelligibility or music intelligibility. So these reflectors in the ceiling here, and of course a bit of a shell over the stage. Now, one of the features we've been asked for a lot is the ability to check where the reflections of a overhead reflector or a shell or some other device might be going into an audience area. So the very first overview that we can look at is the reflection density overview. In this view, you select a given plane. In this case, it's one of the reflectors at the back of the auditorium. And you select a source that you have already placed inside the simulation. And I should note actually that you can look at this view in either the simulation creation phase, as long as you have a receiver, or excuse me, as long as you have a source defined. You can also look at this in the results view after you have run that simulation. But in this case, we're prior to the simulation, and we're looking here at a given source. And I'm going to select the source on stage because we're interested to see how this particular reflector is bouncing early reflections into the upper seating area. So as you can see, we can choose to filter the number of reflections coming off of this plane by their reflection order. So either direct sound, first order reflections, second order reflections, or third. And you can select any surface inside the space or choose a different source inside the space in order to run the same visual inspection. The second quality of life feature is the color by absorption. And for this, we're going to zoom a little bit into the model, and you can see here that now the visual rendering has been updated to group planes and color planes based off of their absorptive properties. You can select which octave band you want to look at this at, and you can see that the color scale here is on a scale from 0 to 95, which is the range of possible random incidence absorption coefficients we support inside the Treble solvers. And finally, I think this might be our most requested feature. This is the billiard ball or particle animation view. So in this view, we allow you to look at the ray trace in animation form of a given source within a model. Now in this case, again, I have selected source 1 here on stage, and I'm going to come into the settings and make sure that I'm looking at the sphere view as opposed to one of the two-dimensional planes. And I'm going to actually slow down the automation speed so we can enjoy it a little more. In this view, we can also increase the number of particles that are being used in this simulation, and we can also change their diameter and their color coding. We can also finally add a path trace behind each ball so we can see its exact trajectory over time. Now that we've configured all of that, we can press play and see this beautiful and mesmerizing animation of the sound particles bouncing around in space.